Welcome back to the show. I'm David Nelson for the Traders Network. Today's show is being broadcast worldwide for iHeart Radio and CBS. We're here in downtown New York City at the Harvard Club for the annual leadership gala for the New York Global Leaders Dialogue. My next guest is Rick Geritz. He's been a serial entrepreneur for almost 20 years, started building up early stage companies. He's currently the CEO of LifeJourney, helping guide today's students into the jobs of tomorrow. Rick, welcome. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
It's pretty exciting stuff that you're doing. I got to ask you, with a company like yours, what's the hottest job out there?
The hottest job right now in the world is called the data scientist. The data scientist is taking all the data from pictures, social media, and analyzing that. And the biggest employers are, government agencies like the national security agencies, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, and taking all that data, analyzing it, and then producing very, cool user experiences for, people around the world and around the globe.
Kids today, you're coming out of college or high school, maybe you're about to go into college, and I know as parents, the jobs we think of, doctor, lawyer, airline pilot, those are the jobs that we think of, but today's jobs are getting a lot more complex and specialized. How important is it for a parent to utilize a company like LifeJourney?
Yeah, so that is the point. Is we got this started about 3 years ago. I was teaching a bunch of seniors in high school, asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? We were all asked that question, if you remember. And 20 said, I don't know, 9 said doctor, lawyer, football player. And one student came forward and said, how can we answer what we want to be when we grow up, when we can't connect what we're learning in the classroom to what we want to be? So I think the latest stat, about 90% of students pick careers based on their mom, their dad, their uncle, or a friend. So when we dug into it, parents really don't currently have a tool to go on that journey with their son or daughter. And
walk us through that. How does that work? I'm a parent. I've got a kid who wants to go to college, doesn't really know what he wants to study. Where do you come in?
Yeah, so there's a website, and what we've done is we go to the iconic brands of a nation, Lockheed Martin, NSA, Intel, Symantec, Deloitte, Cisco, and we take actually one of their STEM leaders, their science, technology, engineering, math leaders, and then we reverse engineer it and plug it into this tool that's on the internet that any student anywhere can go in, select, and test drive what it would be like to be them. And they live their journey, soft skills and hard skills, of what it would be like.
I'm just thinking out loud, and it would seem that would save millions of dollars. So many kids come out of high school, they're not really sure of what they want to do. And they're going to go to college, and they're going to spend an awful lot of money looking for their life's dream. Could this save a lot of time and money for parents and the kids themselves? Absolutely,
that's the point. Students should have line of sight as far back as 7th, 8th, 9th grade of experiencing by connecting their passion to what they want to be. So by equipping parents with this tool to elevate them what an Internet of Things architect is, a forensic analyst, a capologist,
What is a capologist? That's a term I've never heard.
So the Baltimore Ravens, my hometown, just launched a capologist, and this is the math major that takes all the football players and has to get them under the salary cap. So every NFL team has a capologist.
Right.
So it's like Moneyball for the NFL. But in doing that, you learn Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. So take the power of sport, football, and combine it with math, and you have a capologist.
Rick, you're on the advisory council for the New York Global Leaders. How important is today's event, and what do you view as your role within the organization?
So if you think about what's going on is what's happening here at the New York Global Leaders Dialogue is we're creating another generation, which is really the STEM generation. By connecting industry leaders and the youth of America, you're enabling a generation to be able to tackle the challenges globally and also to take those jobs in data science and cybersecurity.
All right, it's been great talking with you. I'm taking my kid to see you next week, all right? So I need your car before you leave.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Rick Geritz of LifeJourney. By the way, a quick thank you goes out to 1-800 Public Relations for all the PR and media support. This has been fun. Thanks for joining. I'm David Nelson.